Hi, everyone. The death of a former Nashville actor has his former high school classmates rallying to make sure he's not forgotten.
Bryant Crenshaw was hit and killed by a car in Murfreesboro Pike last night. Tonight, his friends are raising money to try to help cover his funeral expenses. And new here at 10, News Channel 5's Emily Lobson joins us. They're already getting a lot of support.
Yeah, and while many of these friends have lost touch with Bryant over the years, they say the news of his death was still upsetting. And now they're hoping with the help of a GoFundMe page, they can honor a man who was known throughout Nashville.
For the last several years, Bryant Crenshaw drifted around Nashville.
I think he'd kind of like fallen on hard times in the last number of years.
The Nashville native and Hillsborough High School graduate went from acting in locally produced movies to living on the streets.
Nobody had really seen him, so it was like one of those, texts that you don't want to get, but you're kind of almost like knew it was coming or something.
When Josh Elrod learned his former high school classmate was hit and killed while crossing Murfreesboro Pike Thursday, he got to work.
It was like, at the community level, really like finding out people making calls, talking to friends, and kind of trying to figure out what happened and where he was and what we could do.
The result was a GoFundMe page to help cover Bryant's funeral expenses.
We want to be able to do something, so that he can be remembered and gets a decent burial and things like that.
In just hours, thousands of dollars were donated.
$4,360 raised by 17 people in 6 hours.
Josh says the outpouring of support isn't surprising.
Everybody knew Bryant. He had a lot of charisma.
Josh and his classmates hope the page helps honor a man they have fond memories of.
He was really like a Nashville character, he's somebody that beyond the scope of us going to school with him, he was like a fixture in a neighborhood. He really sort of like a personality, like I said, larger than life.
And they hope while Bryant may have drifted out of the spotlight, he won't be forgotten.
The GoFundMe site aims to raise $10,000 to cover Bryant's funeral costs. Arrangements have not been finalized yet. Any additional money will be donated to the Metro Homelessness Commission. And we have a link to that page on newschannel5.com. Jessica?
Police say Crenshaw was crossing outside of an intersection. The driver that hit him was cited for not having proof of insurance.